Welcome back to the home of Algerian football in English, and the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations is finally here, which means it's time to start previewing Algeria matches. And the first game is Algeria against Kenya on Sunday, the 23rd of June. Kickoff in the UK and in Algiers is at 9 p.m. It's going to be a late one. We're going to be playing in Cairo at the 30th of June Stadium, and I don't know how I feel about this game, because I thought of all the pot 3 teams we could have drawn, Kenya's a little bit of an awkward one because we haven't played Kenya too many times, and Mahrez said in the press conference they've had to watch a lot of videos about Kenya because we've never played them. We've only played them 7 times, and the last time we played them was in 1997, so a good 20 odd years ago. So it's going to be interesting to see this game. First of all, Kenya come into this tournament with a very good defensive record. They had one of the best defences in qualification. They've got Victor Wanyama in midfield for Tottenham, who played in the Champions League final. But of course, Algeria will be wanting nothing less than 3 points in this game. I think if we get a draw or if we lose, so if we don't win, it's going to be very difficult going forward, because then we're going to have to play Senegal. And if Senegal beat us, then we're pretty much battling out for a 3rd place spot, which means we'd get a tough side in the last 16. So we have to go in winning against Kenya. No excuses. I want the 3 points. I don't know if we will beat them. I hope we can beat them, but they're going to be tough, and it's not going to be as easy as people think. Now, the Kenyans are very confident that they can get a result against us. They feel their team is a lot stronger than when they were at AFCON in 2004. They feel they've got a good coach, they feel they've got a system, so we're going to be careful. They've got some good pace in their side, and of course with the defensive qualities with Wanyama, it's going to be a tough team to break down, and we've got to be a little bit patient. So I want to see a lot of flary players, Mahrez, Brahimi, Belaili running out this team, maybe even Adamunas getting a run out at some point in this game. So Algeria take on Kenya in Group C at AFCON 2019. If you're in Algeria, the game's on Algerian television. In the Arab world, it's on beIN Sports. In the UK, it's on Eurosport. Wherever you are, there's a channel tailored to your needs. I think we can win the game. I think we've got a lot of quality, and I think with the 6-game unbeaten run that Algeria are on, we should be looking to beat Kenya, and anything less than a win will put the momentum down and the confidence down, and a lot of pressure on the Senegal game. So I'm going to go for a 2-0, a 2-1 win for Algeria. Of course, I'm going to think we're going to win. I'm going to always back the team. I'm really looking forward to what this side can do, but Mali's played down if we're favourites or not. He's pushed the favourites tag to Senegal. Bit of mind games in the group already. I think we can beat Kenya. We've got to beat Kenya. If you can't beat Kenya, then you can't really be taken seriously as an AFCON 2019 favourite or potential winner, can you? But we've seen in this tournament, there are no small teams anymore. And that's why we've now got 24 teams, allowing everyone and anyone to compete. Zimbabwe, such a tough game, having to play Egypt first in Egypt. They did so well in that game, and they were unlucky not to leave the game against Egypt without any points. So Kenya game will be a lot tougher than people think, and I think it'll be a very, very good win. A very good win if we can get it. It's going to be some tough battles in that game. We're going to need to get the ball a lot to Mahrez and Brahimi and Belaili, because let's go through to starting XI, and looking how Bamadi played the friendlies, I think I'd play Mbodhi in goal. I'd play Atal Ben Lamri, Mandi and Mohamed Fares or Ben Saboni. I don't know. I think the left back's still up for debate. I'm not sure. It's got to be Abid and Benasser in midfield, and then I'd go for a front 4 of Brahimi, Belaili, Mahrez and Bounedjah. I think we'll play Brahimi down the cam middle spot, Belaili on the left, Mahrez on the right, and Bounedjah up front. And I think, unfortunately, Feghouli, as much as I love him, I just don't think he fits in this system. And he's got the heart, the desire, the passion. It's hard to play a player out of position and fit him in to Bamadi's system. Is Feghouli good enough as a centre mid to win AFCON? I'm not sure. And I think looking at the friendlies, it was tough to fit Feghouli into the teams. We look good against Mali with Abid and Benasser in the middle, and Mahrez is going to always play on the right. Unas can also play on the right, and Belaili was so good in the friendlies. He got 1 goal, 2 assists. Belaili's going to have to start on the left. You can't drop Belaili. That'd be incredibly harsh. You're saying, look, your best player who scored and assisted doesn't get to play. So I think Belaili will start. I'd have Brahimi in the cam position, and then I'd have Bounedjah up front. And the beauty of this squad is we can have super subs like Delors coming on against Mali and scoring, super subs like Feghouli with some strength, super subs like Guediora to cut some tackles out, Adamunas for a bit of trickery. So we've got some good options, and it's a good selection headache to have. But I wouldn't play Feghouli in this game, and I'd play those front 4 to really try and break the Kenyan team down. But like I say, it's going to be the 8th meeting between Algeria and Kenya. Hopefully we can get the 3 points. By this time, a lot of the countries would have already played, the nerves starting to settle down, so nervously waiting for Algeria to play. We're watching other countries. We would have watched Morocco by the time Algeria have kicked off. It's a late one, so hopefully it's not going to be as hot. There will be drinks breaks if it is above 34 degrees, 2 drinks breaks in the game, but I'm quite happy with playing in the evening. You know, when Algeria play in Bleeder and 5 July, we were always playing in the night games, and that's what's good about North Africa, is we're a little bit more at home. We've got good quality pitches, and should be a lot of Algerian fans in the stadium with their trumpet. So hopefully Algeria can get the 3 points, but Kenya are going to be a tough test, and it will be a really good spot of where are this Algeria team right now with the performance against Kenya. But I'd rather play badly and win than play amazingly and lose, and that's the end of the day, the tough world of football. It only matters when you win. If you lose but you play well, no one's going to remember you. So hopefully Algeria win. I want your score predictions down below. Can Kenya cause an upset in the AFCON 2019? I hope not. Algeria versus Kenya live on DZ Football. If you want to follow us for updates in English, thanks for watching and subscribe for more.